check the feed, check the brakes. If it moves in plastic, we talking about it.
You actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Yeah. Welcome to the channel.
Damn!
Yeah. Welcome to the channel. Breaking toy news like a siren in the night. Posting figures fresh out the factory.
think you're funny, don't you?
Toy
I know I am. The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Decepticon scheming, hit a battle call. Maximus rise, Predacons attack. Beast Wars energy, yeah, we bring it back.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls.
Loki's on deck, yeah, they switching the game. Dr. Wu, magic, shell presence wild. From bots to bricks, still a toy loving child. G.I. Joe locked in, Cobra strike back. Destro slinging Baroness, yeah, the plot stay stacked. Marvel legends pose like heroes in frames. Superheroes saving days, yeah, they live up the name. Imports on deck, joints straight from Japan. Every figure tell a story when it's hit in my hand. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. Plastic,
well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
Online, we talk it, we break it. Every single time, this ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. Plastic,
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Moving news rolling like a midnight reel. Box office numbers and what critics feel. From failures to kills, breakdowns on screen, discussing what it means and what could have been. Men on films, vibes, talk cinema deep.
And welcome to Men on Films, the show that looks at movies from a male point of view.
Closing part, reviews with flavor, not scared of debate. If it's fire, we praise it. If not,
Hated it.
Stories to stay. Yeah, we talk movies the proper way. This
I don't remember. Dude, that was like a porno.
That's such an old movie.
Yeah.
Buzzing online, we talk, we break it every single time. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pixels, yeah, we give you the feel. We talk, we break it every single time.
Hey guys, welcome to my next review. This is the Transformers Age of the Primes G2 Universe Grimlock and Autobot Wheelie. So if you didn't notice on the pass around, I picked this up at Walmart for clearance for $30. Now this is half off. It says $55 on the tag, but I'm pretty sure a lot of places leaders are going for $60. But so I was like, I saw it the week previous, it was at $40, came back the next week, it was at $30. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna snatch it up because I think I might put the Godzilla DNA upgrade kit on this. I don't know, we'll see. But first things first, let's get the turntable out of here and then take a look at the figure and the packaging. So like I said, $30 off. It does say $55, but I'm pretty sure these are going for $60 on most places. But you got that artwork with Wheelie. It's so funny because, you know, G2, I don't associate Wheelie with Grimlock. But it's part of the mold, so that's why they added it. But here we got Transformers Age of the Prime, Grimlock, G2 Universe Grimlock with Wheelie. The side, we're seeing images of the different primes. It says leader class till all are one. Opposite side, more of that artwork of Grimlock and Wheelie. And then on the back, digital renders of the figures. And then the top just says Grimlock, not about Wheelie. And then the bottom is your barcode and legal stuff. So let's get this puppy open and get him out of the box. It's like, if you guys paid any attention to my channel, I am not the biggest collector of Hasbro official stuff. Typically, I stick to more third-party or Takara Masterpiece stuff, but I couldn't pass this guy up at $30. It's probably... Is it the best of these leader class Dinobots? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's real close. It's probably the best of the Dinobots, I think. I'm trying to think. It was the first one. You know, Swoop is really good. Sludge and Slag are kind of... Slag's not too bad, but I'll probably it's a tie between Grimlock and Swoop is some of the best of these leader class Dinobots Hasbro put out. You know, that makes sense with Grimlock. But here, let's get rid of this packaging. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. It's just those twist ties. I can't deal with them. I had to get them out of here. It's like whatever OCD I do have, it's just, it messes with them. So these, right out of the box, these, it's like dino toes need to put in. All right. So let's take a look at him. So yeah, he's a really nice blue. Let's get a kind of a close-up look at him. Here's the legs. Man, that green and that red paint pop. Oh, and they did the whole Autobot G2 symbol. That's so cool. Like that on both sides. But yeah, so there's Grimlock. Let's kind of go over his articulation. So head's on a ball joint. You get a little side to side, a little forward, a little back, and it does rotate. You can move the wings out of the way. Shoulders get all the way to 90 degrees. 360. He does have a bicep swivel, and that chest came untabbed. Single jointed elbow. Let's see. Does have a waist swivel, no crunch. Leg can go out to there on the friction joint, back to here on a friction joint. Thigh swivel. Single knee on a ratchet. There is an ankle pivot, and I don't remember that on the original one, but it's kind of, it doesn't break up the mold. I like that. The heel, it's part of the transformation, but it can tilt. Nothing on the toe. The wings have multiple points of articulation, so if you want to fold them back like that or get them up, you can do that. One thing I missed, wrist swivel. So let's go over some of the accessories. Here is his dual blaster, and it is blast spec compatible. It has the little nipples on the end. And then here's Wheelie, and I'm going to classify it as an accessory more than a figure. It's so weird they added this, but so he does have some articulation. His head's on a ball joint. You can get a little bit of wiggly. His arms are on ball joints, and it's just weird. This one's in a static bent pose where this one's in a straight. So basically, his only thing he can do is fire his slingshot. His legs, the hips are at a ball joint, but your knees are static, so you really can't do anything. He actually does stand up. That's surprisingly. But the whole point of Wheelie is he has a peg right here on his thigh, and you could tab him into Grimlock's shoulder. I don't want to push it in because I know in the original one it would stress the plastic, but he can ride him like that and shoot his slingshot. And then if you want, I think his gun can peg. Maybe not. I thought it could peg in his back. But he can hold his weapon like so. Hold on, let's double. Oh, there, and here's the instructions. Oh, and yeah, it does. So the weapon does peg on his back. It looks like it goes in the side of his neck. I don't know where it pegs. I just had to take a better look at the instructions. So it just pops on his dino arm, just like that. Interesting. So, all right. So we did articulation, showed off the accessories. Let's transform him. Now, it's been a while since I've transformed this guy, so let's go off of memory. First thing you want to do is flip his fist into his arm. Bring the chest down. The head can go down. Dinobot head can go up. So let's kind of get some of this stuff out of the way. His little wings can go like so. And that forms his dino chest. So that's pretty much there. So now we'll work on his legs. Flip that piece like that. Undo that. Flip the tail around. Let's see if I can get a better look at that. And then the tail flips around like that. And it should be flush like that. Let's see. Now we want... Probably, I should have waited to do that. First, we want to spin the legs around. Now we want to bring the tail out. Same thing on this side. Flip that. Open up the back of the leg. Flip the leg around. And it kind of just all goes into place. It's really, it's strange how like clean this guy transforms. Then you want to peg the legs together. Flip this tail piece out again on this side. And then flip that down, flip that down. All this is going to just start tabbing together. And then, so you can either, so you want to kind of, he was always like the, whatever, like the old school look of the dinosaurs. So then he just had to manipulate his legs a little bit, and then he can manipulate his little dino arms. And that's it. I mean, super easy transformation. Just make sure all that's tabbed. But yeah, so here's Grimlock in dino mode. So let's go over, let's kind of look at them. Really nice how they've painted that here, the eyes. And then you can see where it says the Autobot and the G2 logo. Here's the opposite side. The Autobot sigil pretty much matches. So let's go over dino articulation. So, I mean, you can get these, can go full 360. If you want, I think you can. No, they don't. They bend forward. You can rotate. I mean, because these are basically the arms. Now his little dino arms are on a ball joint, so you can get a little rotation. It's kind of, they're at a weird angle. And then there's a hinge. So you have one articulation point there. And then his neck He's on a swivel. It can do 360. The head can go up. That's the furthest it can go down. That's the furthest it can go up. And then the jaw opens up. A blast effect can fit in his mouth. One thing I remember when the first one came out, you can never unsee it when you see it. He has no front teeth, which is hilarious. Let's see. He does have weapon storage. His blaster can... There's 2 little holes right there and 2 tabs on his gun. And they can peg on the back. Maybe I can get him in there. It's an awkward angle. But you know, nothing ever works on the camera, right? Here we go. He goes in like that, and then I think Wheelie can ride him when he's in dino mode. There is a peg back here. Does he go in that peg? Huh. Oh, I know what it is. It's these pegs right here. There's pegs on Grimlock's neck, and he can peg in like that on the side. You can do it either way because he has a hole right there on that side. But yeah, I thought he could. Oh no, he straddles. That's what it is. So you have lower pegs in his leg, and now you can get him to straddle. So yeah, really looks like that. Something I will probably never use is this wheelie. So, but yeah, that's all. Let's get him back on the robot boat and do some comparisons. I do have a couple official things I can compare it to. All right, so let's do some size comparisons. So behind in the display, I do have this Devastation Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. So actually, I think that kind of scales pretty good with that Grimlock. And then something that I reviewed recently, the Voyager Class Hot Rod, and I think that scales really good. That is one thing Hasbro did really well with these Dinobots. Like when the Studio Series line was doing the 86 stuff, it scaled really well. I think that looks really good next to Hot Rod. So let's go to final thoughts. All right, so let's move on to my final thoughts of the Transformers Age of the Prime G2 Universe Grimlock. Solid mold. I would venture to say, if you already own the original one, there's no need to add this one to your collection unless you're like a collect them all type person, or building that G2 universe stuff, because Hasbro is doing all of the G2 like off color stuff. I think the other ones are 2-packs, which is that's going to be a hard pill to swallow to get those. But yeah, if it wasn't for clearance, I wouldn't have picked him up, and I don't see paying full price for this guy. So check your Walmarts out, because this was at the Walmart Hasbro display. But I have to say, I mean, this figure was always solid. Good articulation, fun transformation, not super difficult, not the easiest at the same time. It's really fun transformation. Some slights on this guy is Wheelie. The Wheelie thing sucks. I understand why they did it, and I think it's cool at the same time that I think it sucks. But yeah, I wish that whatever it took to mold that and tool that would have went towards a sword. And I know, like originally this is the movie. In the movie he didn't have a sword, so I get it. And one thing I noticed, the tabs for his chest can come undone real easy. I don't recall any of that on the original version. And then like his heels are kind of loose. But other than that, I mean, it's a solid figure. I would say if you are a collect them all type, add it to your collection. If not, you could probably pass on this guy or wait till he goes on clearance. But that's all I have for this one. I'd like to thank everybody for hopping in, tuning in. If you could, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit that like button. Share this video, comment. Also, check out some of the other stuff I got going on my channel and my other socials, all at Talib1980_collects, where I'm posting news, images, reels, TikToks, shorts, all over my socials. Third-party Transformer stuff, action figure related, Transformers related. And then all those posts get compiled into a weekly show called News and Review. It's a live pre-record, and it airs Tuesday at 1:30 a.m. every Tuesday. And then Thursday I'm going live doing blocky builds while I still have them. See if we can't get some of that stuff knocked out, but that's every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. I think this week, yeah, we got more blocky, so come check that out. And then last but not least for my channel is Saturdays, Men on Films, where me and the boys get together, talk movies, go off on tangents. It's a fun show, and that airs at 11 p.m. Eastern every Saturday. But that's all I got. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.
Talib 1980 collects, yeah, that's the name. From shelves to the screen, still playing the game. The YouTube dead, better culture credits. If you love collectibles, this where you step. Instagram scrolls, TikTok clips, X for the talk, Facebook hits, Twitch going live. Yeah, we building a base, community strong, worldwide space. If you rock with the vibe, don't hesitate. Subscribe to the channel, yeah, elevate. Follow, like, share, let the algorithm spin. Tap the bell, stay live. Let the journey begin. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pixels, yeah, we give you the fee. If it dropped, if it leaked, if it buzzing online, we talk it, we break it every single time.